Hi there, welcome back. So today we're talking about the Kribensis Cichlid. Known as the river rainbow, they're actually a dwarf cichlid that packs an awful lot of colour. They are arguably one of my favourite cichlid species, which I've kept and spawned probably about 10 years ago now. Now the video footage for this video has actually been captured at my local fish shop, the Water Garden Nurseries, and I'll put a link to their Facebook and website in the description below. Now in the wild, Kribensis cichlids are from West Africa, in the Niger River, and unlike their close relatives, the Malawi cichlids, Kribensis live in a planted, softer water than the hard, alkaline Rift Valley lakes. Now, being a dwarf cichlid, they top out at generally about 10 centimeters in length, with males being the considerably larger of the two. It is actually very easy to sex Kribensis. However, some of the more domesticated strains have blurred the lines a little. When it comes to the wild strains, which are my personal favourite, they can be very easy to spot the difference, and even at a very young age. Male Kribs have a slimmer, green underside that blends into a pinkish purple spot on their stomach and their pelvic fins, whereas a female is a more plump, yellow golden colour with a dark red plum belly and pelvic fins. And when the female is in breeding mode, you'll know about it because her pelvic fins will start to show a more sooty black, dark red colour. Kribensis also have a dark band that starts at the back of their eye and it goes all the way down through to the centre of their tail. Females, while the wild strain ones especially, have a much more pronounced dark egg spot in their dorsal fin and the upper part of their tail fin just above that line. Kribensis are peaceful cichlids. However, as with any other cichlid, they will want to establish a territory, and if you keep them as a pair, they'll usually set up a home under a rock or a piece of wood, and I would recommend avoid keeping them with any other bottom-dwelling tank mates, unless kept in a very large surface area aquarium where these other fish can escape these potentially very aggressive cichlids. If you wish to keep them as a pair, Kribensis are extremely prolific spawners, and if kept in the right conditions, they will spawn very quickly. It is during this phase that the parents will also become very protective of their spawn and territory, which is why I don't recommend mixing them with bottom-dwelling fish when kept as a pair. Kribensis are not very fussy with their food, however. They're an omnivore, leaning more to the carnivorous side, so will accept most flake foods, sinking pellets, live and frozen foods such as brine shrimp and daphnia. So you'll have no problems when it comes to actually feeding these fish. However, when it comes to tank conditions, generally, Kribs like to have lots of caves or hiding spaces that they can excavate out of the substrate. I have found that a fine gravel or sand is the best. Just make sure that you secure any decorations, as they will really dig around them, and you don't really want them to get crushed by any falling rocks. When it comes to tank size, surface area is paramount. Go no smaller than 100 litres for a single pair. Water conditions are not too important, especially with today's captive bred strains. They are so acclimated to a wide range of parameters. I've even successfully bred them and raised the fry in a pH of 8.0 and also of a pH of 7.0. However, if you're searching for that sweet spot of the parameters, then you want to aim for somewhere between 6.5 to 7.5 pH, a general hardness between 3 to 8 degrees, and your temperature anywhere between 24 to 27 degrees Celsius. So as touched on earlier, Kribensis, if kept in a pair, will set up a territory and can become very aggressive to any fish that wander too close to their clutch of eggs and their swarming group of fry. Now if you ever keep Kribensis and they spawn, you'll notice that there'll be this little blob of 100 or more little fry swimming around, and the parents will just essentially follow them all around the aquarium, and anything that gets too close is gonna know about it. Those parents are very territorial, especially when it comes to their fry. So I would avoid fish like Corydoras or Loricaridae catfish, and despite being an African cichlid, they should not be mixed with Malawi or other Rift Valley lake cichlids, as I've always found that they really clash, and especially with similarly looking fish like Demensoni, Johanni or Oratus cichlids. Instead, I think it's best to keep them with fish like tetras or hatchet fish and any other mid to top dwelling non-aggressive fish. A cool pairing that I've always wanted to try for Kribensis is to keep them with some Congo tetras for the mid-level aquarium, and then the African butterfly fish, which will be at the surface of the aquarium. Now I hope you found this video useful. Please share any tank mates that you have found your cribs have worked well with. And have a great day as always, and I'll see you in the next one.